Poor girl hands a note to the billionaire at the airport. He reads it and starts to cry. Adam Cole straightened the knot of his tie as he walked through the airport terminal. His leather briefcase was firm in his right hand, his cell phone vibrating in his left pocket. Another meeting in Chicago, another deal to close. The perfect routine of a man who had turned efficiency into an art form. The flight would depart in 40 minutes. Enough time to review the documents one more time and maybe answer a few emails. Adam didn't believe in wasted time. That's when he felt something touch his leg. He looked down and saw a small girl, about 6 years old, with messy blonde hair and enormous blue eyes fixed on him. She wore a pink dress that had seen better days and worn-out sneakers. In her hands, she held a white envelope. "Are you Adam?" she asked, with a soft voice that contrasted with the determination in her eyes. Adam stopped. No one ever approached him at the airport, especially not unaccompanied children. "I am. Who's asking?" The girl held out the envelope. "My mom asked you to read this." Adam took the paper, frowning. There was no return address, just his name handwritten in a script that made his heart stop for a sudden beat. He knew that handwriting. He knew it very well. He tore the envelope open with unnecessary care. Inside, a simple sheet with a few lines. "She is your daughter. I need help." The words danced before him. Adam read them 2, 3 times. Tears began to form in his eyes, streaming down his face without him even noticing. "This can't be," he murmured, his voice thick with emotion. The world around him kept moving, people passing by, planes taking off, announcements echoing through the speakers, but he stood still, holding that piece of paper as he tried to process what he was reading. Olivia, 7 years. It had been 7 years since he last saw that handwriting. Since the last argument, the slamming door, the silence that had settled into his life like a second nature. He wiped the tears with the back of his hand and looked at the girl, who was still standing there, waiting. Her eyes were the same blue he remembered, the same blue that haunted him on some sleepless nights. "What's your name?" he asked, trying to control his voice. "Mia." "And where is your mother, Mia?" "At home. She couldn't come." Adam felt the ground shift beneath his feet. He glanced at his watch through the tears that insisted on returning. 35 minutes until the flight. The Chicago deal was worth $2 million. 6 months of negotiations that would go down the drain if he didn't show up. He looked at Mia again. She didn't seem nervous or scared, just waiting, as if she knew he would make the right choice. But what was the right choice? He pulled out his phone with trembling hands and dialed his company's number. "Sarah, it's me. I need to cancel the flight to Chicago." "What, Adam? Have you lost your mind? Have you—" "The meeting is tomorrow morning. They've been waiting for months." "I know, explain that a family emergency came up. Reschedule for next week." "A family emergency? You don't have a family." Adam looked at Mia, who had started to rock from one foot to the other, still holding a teddy bear he hadn't noticed before. "Now I do." He hung up before Sarah could protest. "Let's go," he said to Mia, putting his phone away and wiping his face. "Take me to your mother." The girl nodded and started walking. Adam followed, still trying to process what was happening. Every step took him further away from the life he knew, from the routine he had built brick by brick over 7 years. They took a taxi. Mia gave the address with a precision that caught Adam's attention. A 6-year-old child shouldn't know the city that well. "Do you always come to the airport alone?" he asked, still emotional. "No. Mommy brought me this morning, but she got very tired. She had to go back home." Adam felt a knot in his stomach. A sick woman sending a 6-year-old child alone to find him. The situation had to be very serious. "You waited at the airport all day. Mommy said you always take the 6 o'clock flight. I waited." The simplicity of her answer brought another wave of emotion over Adam. Olivia still remembered his schedule, and she had sent his daughter to wait all day. During the rest of the ride, Mia was quiet, looking out the window and holding her teddy bear. Adam wanted to ask more questions, but the words wouldn't come. What do you ask a girl who might be your daughter? How do you talk to someone who carries half your genes but is a complete mystery? "Do you like stories?" he finally asked. Mia turned to him. I do. Mommy always tells me stories before I go to sleep. What kind of stories? About princesses and dragons and people who get lost but then find each other again. Adam smiled through his tears. He had a vague memory of Olivia saying she wanted to write children's books, a dream he had always found cute but impractical. What's your teddy bear's name? Teddy. He protects me when Mommy gets really sick. The sentence hit Adam like a punch to the gut. The taxi stopped in front of an apartment building that had seen better days. The paint was peeling. Some windows had poorly repaired cracks. It wasn't the kind of place Adam would ever imagine finding Olivia. Mia got out and he followed, paying for the ride. She led him through a dimly lit hallway to the 3rd floor. She stopped in front of door 3B and took a key from a string around her neck. Mommy, he came, she announced as soon as she opened the door. Adam walked in and smelled a familiar scent of lavender, mixed with something medicinal he couldn't identify. The apartment was small but tidy. Simple furniture, some drawings taped to the wall, books scattered everywhere. On the living room table, several medicine bottles. And there she was. Olivia was sitting on the couch, thinner than he remembered, much paler. Her blonde hair, once always impeccable, was tied back carelessly. But her eyes were still the same, greener than he had ever seen on anyone else. Hi, Adam. Olivia. They looked at each other for a moment that seemed to last an eternity, 7 years of silence weighing in the air between them. Adam noticed the deep, dark circles around her eyes, the way she leaned on the arm of the couch as if she needed support just to sit up. You look surprised, she said with a tired smile. You send me a child with a note saying she's my daughter. His voice was still thick with emotion. How am I supposed to look? Olivia pointed to the armchair next to the couch. Sit, please. Adam settled in, still trying to understand where he was. Mia had gone to what looked like the bedroom and returned with another teddy bear, smaller than Teddy. Teddy, she's beautiful, Adam said, watching the girl. She has your eyes and your stubbornness. Olivia, I need to know. If she's yours, she is. Olivia leaned forward with effort, her hands clasped. I found out I was pregnant 3 weeks after we broke up. Back then, you were obsessed with the company, working 20 hours a day. You could barely even see me when we were together. Adam felt a pang of something that might have been remorse. You could have told me. And then what? You would have dropped everything to be a father. You would have completely changed who you were. I don't know. You never gave me the chance to find out, Olivia sighed, and the sound came out weaker than it should have. Maybe you're right, but at the time, it felt like the right thing to do. You had just landed that big contract. You were at the peak of your career. And now? Adam wiped away another tear. Why now? Mia moved closer to the couch and nestled beside her mother. Olivia automatically put an arm around her, a gesture so natural that Adam felt a strange envy. Because I'm sick, Adam. The words came out too simply for the weight they carried. Adam felt the air leave his lungs. Sick how? Very sick. Olivia held Mia closer. I can't work anymore. Mia had to stop going to school to take care of me. Adam looked at the girl, who was playing with one of the smaller bear's ears, a 6-year-old child taking care of her sick mother. Mia, why aren't you in school? Someone has to take care of Mommy, she answered, and without looking up. When she gets too tired, I make her a sandwich. And I get her medicine from the pharmacy. You go to the pharmacy by yourself. It's just 2 blocks away. Mr. Miguel always helps me. He knows Mommy. Adam stood up abruptly and went to the window. Down below, the normal afternoon bustle. People coming and going from work. Children playing in the park. Life was happening while inside. A 6-year-old girl had become an adult ahead of her time. I didn't look for you because you only ever thought about yourself, Olivia continued, her voice weaker now. Now. I had no other choice. Adam turned to face them both. Olivia was clearly struggling to appear stronger than she really was. Mia remained glued to her side, protective. What exactly did the doctors say? Only asked. I haven't been yet. What do you mean you haven't been? I don't have health insurance. I don't have money to pay for private consultations. I survive on freelance translation jobs. But in the last few weeks..." She didn't finish the sentence, but Adam understood. Adam felt a wave of anger at himself. Anger for not having been there. Anger for letting his own stubbornness prevent him from knowing he had a daughter. Anger that Olivia was sick and alone. "That changes now," he said, moving back toward the couch. "Today. Adam." "No, Olivia, listen." He knelt in front of the couch, bringing himself to her eye level. "I lost 7 years of my daughter's life. 7 years where you went through everything alone, where you raised this incredible little girl with no help from me." Tears began to form in her green eyes. "But that ends today. From now on, the two of you won't go through anything alone again. I can't accept you." "You can, and you will." His voice came out firm. "We're going to the hospital now, today, and if I have to, I will find the best doctors in the country." Olivia opened her mouth to protest, but Adam continued. "Mia had to stop going to school to take care of you. A 6-year-old child is doing an adult's job. That's not fair to her, and it's not fair to you. I tried to do the best I could, and you did. Look at her." Adam gestured to Mia. "She's polite, smart, brave. She managed to find me at the airport and bring me here. You did an amazing job." Olivia began to cry silently. "But now you don't have to do it alone, not anymore." Adam stood up and took out his phone. "What are you doing?" Olivia asked. "Calling a taxi." "We're going to the hospital." "Adam, it's Friday afternoon. The emergency room will be packed. We'll be waiting for hours. Then we'll wait for hours." He stopped dialing and looked at her. "Olivia, you're visibly sick. You can't even stand up properly. Your daughter, our daughter, has been taking care of you alone for months." Mia looked up from her teddy bear. "Is Mommy going to be okay?" Adam knelt in front of her, holding her small hands. "Your mom is going to be okay, I promise." "How do you know?" "Because I'm going to do whatever it takes. I'll take her to the best doctors, to the best hospitals, and you will never have to take care of her alone again." The girl studied him with those serious blue eyes. "Tanis, are you going to stay with us?" "I'm staying." "Forever." Adam looked at Olivia, who was watching the conversation with tears in her eyes. Then he looked back at Mia. "Forever." Mia smiled for the first time since he'd seen her at the airport, a smile that lit up her small face and made Adam's heart ache. Adam finished dialing the taxi number. "Yes, I need a car urgently." He gave the address, St. Mary's Hospital. "It's an emergency." He hung up and turned to them both. "Let's go. Let's take care of you, Olivia, and let's do it right." St. Mary's Hospital was bustling even for a Friday night. Adam held Mia's small hand as they followed a nurse down the white corridors that smelled of disinfectant. "This way, Mr. Cole. Dr. Williams is waiting." They entered an examination room where Olivia was lying on a gurney, connected to several machines. She tried to smile when she saw Mia, but Adam could see the effort it took. "How are you feeling?" he asked. "Tired, but better knowing you two are together." The doctor entered the room with a chart. She was a middle-aged woman with graying hair and a serious but kind expression. "Mrs. Brooks, Mr. Cole, we need to talk about the results." Adam looked at Mia, who was hugging Teddy, watching all the machines with a mix of curiosity and fear. "Mia, how about you stay here with Mommy while I talk to the doctor? Can I tell her about the markers you bought me?" Adam blinked, surprised. He hadn't bought any markers, but Olivia smiled. "Of course, sweetie. Tell Mommy all about it." Adam followed the doctor into a small office next door. As soon as the door closed, she got straight to the point. "Mr. Cole, the test confirmed our suspicions. Olivia has advanced stage cancer." The words hit Adam like a punch to the gut. "Advanced stage means..." "It means the disease has spread to other organs, but there's still hope. She needs urgent surgery, followed by aggressive chemotherapy." "When?" "Ideally on Monday." "We can't wait any longer than that." Adam ran a hand through his hair. "And her chances?" "With proper treatment, the chances are good, but I won't lie. It will be a long and difficult process. Months of recovery. Money is not an issue. Do whatever is necessary." The doctor nodded. "I'll prepare everything." Olivia will be admitted until the surgery. Afterward, depending on her recovery, it could be a few more weeks. Adam returned to the room where Mia was telling Olivia a story she had apparently made up about magic markers. Olivia was laughing weakly but genuinely. "Mia," Adam called, "your mom is going to stay here at the hospital for a few days. The doctors are going to take very good care of her." "What about me?" "You're going to stay with me at my house." Mia looked from her mother to Adam, processing the information. "For how long?" "For as long as it takes," Adam answered. Olivia held her daughter's hand. "It'll be an adventure, sweetie. And Adam will take very good care of you." "But I take care of you, Mommy." "I know, and you did an amazing job. But now it's Adam's turn to help." 2 hours later, Adam was in the elevator of his building with Mia by his side. She was holding Teddy with one hand and his hand with the other. She had no luggage, just the teddy bear and the clothes on her back. "My apartment is on the top floor," Adam said, trying to make conversation. "It must be very high." "It is. It has a beautiful view of the city." When the doors opened directly into his apartment, Mia's eyes widened. Adam's apartment was everything hers was not. Modern, minimalist, silent. Designer furniture, a huge television, a spectacular view of the city through floor-to-ceiling windows. "Wow," Mia murmured, still standing at the entrance. "It's so big." "It is." Adam suddenly realized how intimidating the place must seem to a child. "Want to have a look around?" They took a short tour. Mia observed everything carefully, as if she were afraid to touch anything. In the kitchen, she stopped in front of the stainless steel refrigerator. "There are no drawings," she observed. "No, I don't draw. Mommy always puts my drawings on the fridge. She says it makes the kitchen cheerier." Adam looked at the empty refrigerator and for a second imagined what it would be like to have colorful drawings there. "Do you like to draw?" "I love it, but I didn't bring my colored pencils." "We'll buy new ones tomorrow." Mia's eyes lit up a little. "Really? Really?" The first difficulty came at dinner time. Adam opened the fridge and found what he always found: mineral water, a few energy drinks, and leftover sushi. "What do you like to eat?" he asked. "Mac and cheese. Sandwiches. Simple things." Adam picked up his phone. "Let's order food. How about pizza?" "I've never had pizza." Adam stopped mid-dial. "Never. Mommy said it was too expensive." Another stab to the heart. Adam ordered a margarita pizza and a supreme, not knowing which one Mia would prefer. While they waited, they sat on the couch. Mia looked too small on the enormous furniture. "Adam, yes? Your house is very quiet." It was. Adam had never noticed that before. The silence had always been comforting to him. It meant productivity, focus. But seen through the eyes of a 6-year-old child, it seemed empty. "Ours is always noisy," Mia continued. "Mommy singing, or the TV, or me telling stories to Teddy." "You tell stories to the teddy bear." "I do. He likes the ones about princesses." The pizza arrived and they ate on the balcony table, overlooking the illuminated city. Mia ate slowly, savoring every bite. "Is it good?" "It's delicious. Thank you." Her politeness was touching. A little girl who said thank you for everything, who asked for nothing, who had learned to be grateful for the simplest things. After dinner came the next challenge, bath time. Adam realized he knew nothing about giving a child a bath. He had no children's shampoo, didn't know what temperature to use. "Can you take a bath by yourself?" he asked, feeling inadequate. "I can. Mommy just stays nearby to see if I need help." "Okay. I'll stay out here." Adam showed her the master bathroom, which was probably bigger than Mia's entire bedroom in their apartment. She was impressed by the bathtub. "Can I use it?" "Of course." He filled the tub with warm water, testing the temperature several times. He found a neutral soap and a soft towel. "If you need anything, just call." He stood outside, listening to the sounds of splashing water and Mia's quiet voice talking to Teddy. It was comforting to know she was okay. When she came out, wrapped in a towel that was too big for her, Adam realized another problem. "You don't have pajamas here?" "No. I only have these clothes." How about you wear one of my t-shirts for tonight? Tomorrow we'll buy clothes for you. Can I? Adam grabbed a basic white t-shirt. It was huge on her, looking like a dress, but Mia smiled. I look like you now. The observation made Adam smile too. Yeah, you do. He took her to the guest room, fixed the bed with extra pillows so she wouldn't get lost in the king-size mattress. There, you'll be comfortable here. Mia climbed onto the bed, settling under the covers with Teddy in her lap. She looked even smaller in that giant bed. Adam? Yes. Mommy always used to read to me. Her voice came out small, vulnerable. Adam felt his heart ache. Olivia was in the hospital, preparing for a risky surgery, and here was a little girl who just wanted someone to read her a bedtime story. I don't know how to tell stories. Mia looked at him for a moment, then settled deeper into the bed. Oh, that's okay. I can make one up. You want to make up a story? Mommy said the best stories are the ones we create. Can I try? Adam sat on the edge of the bed, curious. You can. Mia closed her eyes for a moment, organizing her thoughts. Once upon a time there was a man who lived in a very tall tower. He liked the quiet and didn't have visitors. Adam listened intently, fascinated by her imagination. Then one day, a little girl showed up at his door. She was lost and needed a place to stay. And what happened? At first, he didn't know what to do. He had never taken care of a child before, but she was patient and taught him little by little. Adam swallowed hard. That story sounded all too familiar. Did they get along? Yes, because they discovered they were both a little lonely, and when lonely people find each other, they can make a new family. Mia opened her eyes and looked at Adam. Did you like it? I liked it a lot. You have a great imagination. Mommy taught me. She says everyone has stories inside them. You just have to let them out. Adam tucked the blanket around her. Your mum is very wise. Yes, she is, and she's going to get better, right? She's going to get better, I promise. Adam? Thank you for letting me stay here. Thank you for trusting me. Mia smiled and closed her eyes. Within minutes, she was asleep, breathing softly and peacefully. Adam sat there for a few more minutes, watching this child who had turned his life upside down. In less than 24 hours, he had discovered he was a father, taken his daughter's mother to the hospital, and was now caring for a little girl who told stories about lonely men in tall towers. And for the first time in years, Adam Cole didn't feel alone. He left the room slowly, closing the door carefully. In the living room, the silence that was once comforting now felt different. It was no longer the silence of chosen solitude. It was the silence of someone waiting for life to happen. He looked out the window at the city below, thinking of Olivia in the hospital, of Mia sleeping in the next room, of how everything had changed so quickly. Tomorrow he would buy markers and a drawing pad. He would buy proper clothes for a 6-year-old child. He would buy everything Mia needed. But for now it was enough to know that she was there, safe, trusting him to take care of her. And Adam discovered that this responsibility, unlike any other he had ever taken on, didn't weigh on his shoulders. It warmed his heart. Adam woke to the sound of bare feet padding down the hall. He looked at the clock, 6:15 in the morning. He got out of bed and found Mia standing at the living room window, still in his t-shirt, watching the city wake up. "Good morning," he said, trying not to startle her. "Good morning, Adam. Sorry if I woke you." "You didn't. Do you always get up this early?" "When Mommy isn't feeling well, I wake up to see if she needs anything." The simple answer made Adam's heart ache. A 6-year-old girl who had become a caregiver before she could even fully understand what that meant. "Today Mommy is in the hospital. People are taking care of her. You could have slept in." "I tried, but I couldn't. I keep wondering if she's okay." Adam moved closer to the window. "Want to call her after breakfast?" "Can I?" "Of course, you can. She's your mum." Mia's blue eyes lit up a little. After an improvised breakfast, toast and orange juice that Adam bought from the bakery downstairs, he noticed Mia seemed a bit lost. She sat on the couch, hugged Teddy and looked around, not knowing what to do. Mia, you said yesterday that you like to draw. I love it. Then let's go buy you some supplies. Now. Now. Her face completely transformed. Really? Really? Get your things. At the school supply store, Adam felt lost among so many options. There were regular colored pencils, watercolor pencils, crayons, markers, drawing pads of all sizes. Mia walked between the aisles with wide eyes, touching everything carefully. You can pick whatever you want, Adam said. Really, anything. Anything. Mia went straight to the marker section. She stopped in front of a large, colorful box with 50 different colors. She picked up a lilac marker and held it as if it were a treasure. This one has lilac. Mommy loves lilac. Then let's get this box. The whole box. The whole box. Mia smiled in a way Adam had never seen before. It wasn't just happiness, it was hope. They also chose a large drawing pad with thick, bright white pages. Mia held everything in her lap on the way back, as if afraid it would all disappear. Thank you, Adam. I've never had such beautiful markers. Why not? Mommy always said colored pencils lasted longer. Markers run out quickly. Another stab to the heart. Olivia always choosing the most economical option, even for the small things that made a child happy. As soon as they got home, Mia settled at the living room table and started to draw. Adam tried to check some emails on his laptop, but he found himself watching her. The concentration on her little face, the deliberate way she chose each color, how her tongue stuck out the corner of her mouth when she was focused on a difficult part. Can I see? He asked after an hour. Mia turned the pad toward him. It was a drawing of a small house with a white fence and colorful flowers in the window. In front of the house were 3 figures, a tall woman with blonde hair, a small girl also with blonde hair, and a dark-haired man in a suit. It's our family, Mia explained. Mia. This is Mommy, this is me, and this is you. Adam looked closer at the drawing. The 3 figures were holding hands, smiling. The house looked cozy, with loving details like a tree in the yard and a cat in the window. It's very beautiful, Mia. Can I put it on the fridge? Mommy always puts my drawings on the fridge. Adam looked at the stainless steel refrigerator, immaculate and completely empty. Of course, you can. Mia stuck the drawing right in the middle of the door, using a magnet Adam didn't even remember he had. Suddenly, the minimalist kitchen gained color, life, personality. Now it looks more like a home, Mia said, satisfied. Adam agreed in silence. It really did. The rest of the morning passed with Mia drawing while Adam tried to work, but it was impossible to focus on reports when she was there, creating entire worlds on paper. Each drawing was a window into how she saw the world, always with vibrant colors, always with smiling people, always with hope. Adam, can I make a drawing for Mommy? Of course. I'm going to draw the hospital, but really colorful, so she won't be sad. And she did exactly that. She drew the hospital as if it were a cheerful castle, with bright yellow windows and smiling nurses. In the center, a woman with blonde hair waving from a window. Around noon, Mia stopped drawing and looked at Adam. What do you want for lunch? The question caught him off guard. Mia spoke as if it were her responsibility to handle meals. You don't have to worry about that, Mia. I'll take care of it. But Mommy always asks what I want to eat. And what do you want to eat? Mac and cheese. Always mac and cheese. Adam smiled. First, then let's make mac and cheese. In the kitchen, while Adam cooked and Mia watched him from a stool at the counter, she began to talk more openly. You know, Adam, sometimes Mommy didn't eat. He stopped stirring the pasta. What do you mean? She would say she wasn't hungry, but I knew it was so she could give it all to me. When there was only a little food left, she always saved it for me. The pain Adam felt was physical, Olivia going hungry to feed her daughter. Did she do that often? When the money ran out before the end of the month, she thought I didn't notice, but I did. That's why I learned to eat less, so there would be more for her. Mia continued, swinging her little legs on the stool. And I learned not to ask for things at school. When the other kids bought snacks, I would bring water and say I wasn't hungry. Mia, I'm not sad about it. Mommy always said we had the most important thing, love. You can find food, but love is rarer. The simplicity with which she spoke about deprivation hurt more than any complaint could have. A child who learned to ration her dreams, not to ask, to be content with crumbs. Mia, listen to me. Adam knelt in front of her at her eye level. That is never going to happen again. Do you understand? You two will never go without again. How do you know? Because I'm here now and I can take proper care of you both. You're not going to leave? I'm not leaving. Even if I do something wrong, especially if you do something wrong, that's when we need family the most. Mia smiled and went back to her drawings after lunch. Adam realized he didn't know how to spend a Saturday afternoon with a 6-year-old. Normally he would work or read reports. What do you like to do besides drawing? Watch cartoons, but our TV didn't always work right. Adam turned on the 65-inch TV in the living room. Mia's eyes widened. Wow, it's huge. It is. Let's see what's on. They found a channel that was all cartoons. Mia chose something about a brave girl who had adventures with magical animals. At first, Adam tried to check emails on his phone while she watched, but gradually he got drawn into the story. The main character reminded him of Mia, small but determined and full of imagination. Did you like it? Mia asked during a commercial break. I did, she's brave. Just like Mommy. Mommy is the bravest person I know. Why? Because even when things got hard, she never gave up. She always found a way. Adam nodded. Olivia truly was brave, raising a daughter alone, working while sick, never letting Mia realize how much they were struggling. In the middle of the afternoon, during another cartoon, Mia yawned. Are you sleepy? A little. Can I lie down here on the couch? Of course. Mia curled up in a blanket Adam brought from the bedroom and rested her head on the arm of the couch, near where he was sitting. Within minutes, she was asleep, breathing softly. Adam sat still, not wanting to move and wake her. He watched her relaxed little face, the blonde hair spread on the cushion, her small hand still clutching Teddy. For the first time in his life, he felt what real responsibility was. Not the artificial responsibility of business, based on contracts and financial consequences, but the real visceral responsibility of protecting someone who depended completely on him. When Mia woke up, it was already getting dark. Did I sleep a lot? A little bit. How do you feel? Better. She sat up and looked at her own hair, messy after her nap. My hair got messy. Want me to try and fix it? Do you know how to do hairstyles? No, but I can try. Mia laughed. Mommy always braided it before bed. She said it kept the hair from getting tangled. A braid? Adam swallowed hard. I can try. Really? Really? In the bathroom, Adam took a comb and tried to detangle Mia's hair. It was harder than he imagined. The strands were fine and tangled easily. Ouch, she complained when he pulled a knot too hard. Sorry. I'll be more careful. After detangling everything, Adam tried to remember how Olivia used to braid hair years ago. He separated the hair into 3 sections and began to weave them, trying to keep the tension even. The result was questionable. It's ugly, Mia said, looking in the mirror. The braid was crooked, with pieces sticking out and one section thicker than the others. It looked like it had been done by someone who had never seen a braid in their life. But it's from the heart, Adam replied. Mia looked at him through the mirror and started to laugh. A wonderful, genuine laugh that filled the bathroom. It really is from the heart. Thanks for trying. Tomorrow I'll buy a book on how to braid hair. There's a book for that? Mia, there's a book for everything. She laughed again. During dinner, sandwiches that Adam made because he was learning that not every meal needed to be an event. Mia talked about school. I had a really nice teacher, Miss Roberts. She always praised my drawings. Did you like school? I loved it. I had Sarah, who was my best friend. We always played together at recess. You'll be back in school soon. And Mommy. The doctors will take care of her, and when she gets better, you'll be able to go to school and also have time to play. Like a normal kid. And you'll be with us. Adam stopped chewing. If you'll have me. I really want you to. The simplicity of her answer moved Adam. For years, His relationships had been based on mutual convenience, professional interests, social compatibility. But here was a little girl who wanted him around simply because. After dinner, they called the hospital. Olivia was doing better, excited to hear about their day. "Mommy, Adam bought me markers, 50 colors." 50, wow. "And there's lilac. I made a drawing for you with lots of lilac. I can't wait to see it. We'll visit you tomorrow and I'll bring all my drawings." "I'll be waiting, sweetie." At bedtime, Mia was calmer than the previous night. "Adam?" "Yes." "Today was a really good day, was it?" "It was. I got markers. We watched cartoons together. You tried to braid my hair and failed miserably." "But you tried, and it was funny." Adam laughed. "Yeah, it was." "Adam. You're learning how to be a dad." The observation caught him off guard. Mia said it with the naturalness of someone stating an obvious fact. "You think so?" "I do. Just like I learned to take care of Mommy. Nobody is born knowing how, but we learn when we really want to." Adam tucked the blanket around her. "And I really want to." "I know, that's why it's working." When he left the room, Adam stopped in the living room. Markers scattered on the table, colorful drawings everywhere. The blanket Mia had used still on the couch. His impeccable home was a mess, and he liked it. In the kitchen, the drawing of the 3 figures holding hands greeted him from the refrigerator door. A family he didn't even know he wanted, but now couldn't imagine losing. Adam Cole, the man who planned every minute of his day, who controlled every variable, who turned efficiency into an art, discovered that the best things in life couldn't be planned. They arrived in the form of a 6-year-old girl with lilac markers and stories about kind dragons, and he had never been so grateful to lose control. On Monday morning, after dropping Mia off with the temporary nanny he had hired, Adam stopped at a bookstore before heading to the office. It wasn't a place he usually went. His books were technical, bought online, focused on business and strategy. But there he was, lost in the children's section, looking at shelves full of colorful books with characters he didn't know. "Can I help you?" an employee asked. "I need some books for a 6-year-old girl for bedtime reading." "First time buying children's books?" "It is." The woman smiled with understanding. "I'll show you some classics. These ones are perfect for her age." Adam left with a full bag. Stories about adventurous bunnies, brave princesses, gentle dragons, and talking animals. Books he never imagined he would one day be reading. That evening after dinner, Mia was eager to see what was in the bag. "They're books," Adam said, showing her the collection. Mia's eyes lit up. "All for me. All for you. Or rather, for us to read together. You're going to read to me." "I'm going to try. I've never read children's stories before. Mommy always made different voices for the characters." Adam swallowed hard. Different voices. "I can try that too." Mia chose a book about a little bunny who wanted to be a ballerina. They settled on her bed, Adam holding the book with one hand and putting his arm around Mia's small shoulders. "Once upon a time, there was a little bunny named Luna," he began, reading slowly. "Adam." "What is it?" "Do the bunny's voice." Adam looked at the book, then at Mia. "What do you mean, do the voice?" "Like this. Hi, I'm Luna." Mia demonstrated with a higher, sweeter voice. Adam took a deep breath. "Hi, I'm Luna," he tried, making his voice a little higher. Mia laughed, a wonderful laugh that filled the room. "Just like that. Keep going." Adam continued reading, trying to make different voices for each character. Luna, the bunny, had a sweet voice. The frog teacher had a deep voice. The butterfly had a singing voice. He felt ridiculous, but the joy on Mia's face was worth any embarrassment. And so Luna discovered that with determination, any dream can come true. Adam finished the story. "Did you like it?" asked Mia. "I did. It's a beautiful story. Just like ours, we're discovering new things too." On Tuesday, Adam brought 2 more books. This time, Mia chose a story about a dragon who was afraid of fire. The little dragon, Ben, lived in a dark cave. Adam began, already more comfortable with the voices. "Can the dragon have a baby voice?" Mia suggested. Of course. Hi, I'm Ben, and I have a very big problem. Mia laughed again, and Adam discovered he was starting to enjoy these moments. There was something comforting about sitting on the edge of the bed, with Mia leaning against his shoulder, creating silly voices for characters in simple stories. Why have you never read stories before? Mia asked in the middle of the reading. Because I had no one to read to. And now you do. Now I have you. And I like it when you read. Even when the voices get weird, Adam laughed. My voices are terrible. They're funny. And funny is better than perfect. The girl's observation made him stop and think. All his life, Adam had chased perfection. Perfect deals, perfect presentations, perfect contracts. But here was a 6-year-old child saying that funny was better than perfect. On Wednesday, they read 3 stories. Adam was getting better at the voices, and Mia laughed more and more. Adam, yes. Can you still read even when Mommy comes home? Would you like that? I'd like that very much. Mommy has a beautiful voice, but you make the funniest voices. Then I'll keep reading. Promise? I promise. On Thursday, in the middle of a story about a bear who collected stars, Mia stopped paying attention to the reading and just stared at Adam. What is it? He asked. Nothing, just thinking. Thinking about what? About you. Adam closed the book. What are you thinking about me? Mia settled back in bed, hugging Teddy. Mommy said something about you one day. What did she say? That you had a heart of stone. The words hit Adam like a punch to the gut. He knew Olivia thought that of him. That's why she had never told him about the pregnancy. And do you agree with her? Mia shook her head. No. You have a good heart. I think it was just sleeping. Adam felt his eyes sting. A 6-year-old girl, with the simple wisdom of children, had seen something in him that not even he knew existed. Why do you think that? Because you bought me markers. Because you try to braid my hair even though you don't know how. Because you read stories with funny voices even if you feel silly, Mia continued, still hugging Teddy. And because your eyes get shiny when I laugh, just like Mommy's eyes when she sees me happy. Adam had to look away. He didn't want Mia to see the tears that were forming. People with hearts of stone don't do those things, she continued. That they don't take care of kids they don't even know. But I do know you, you're my daughter. But you didn't know me before, and you still let me stay in your house, bought me things. You're taking care of Mommy in the hospital. Mia's voice grew quieter. I think your heart was always good. It's just that nobody taught it how to work right. Like Ben the dragon, who was afraid of fire but was still a dragon. Adam looked at her, impressed by the depth of her observation. And who's teaching my heart how to work? Me and Mommy, but mostly you. What do you mean? Because you're choosing to be different. Nobody can force our hearts to feel things. We choose to... Adam was silent for a moment, processing her words. You're very wise for a 6-year-old girl. Mommy always said that children see the things adults forget to see. And what do you see in me? I see a dad who's learning to be a dad, and you're doing a great job. This time, Adam couldn't hold back the tears. They streamed down his face without permission, and he did nothing to stop them. Don't be sad, Mia said, touching his arm. I'm not sad. I'm emotional. Is it like when Mommy cries watching a beautiful movie? It's just like that. Mia smiled. Then it's okay. Good tears don't hurt. Adam put his arm around her and pulled her into a hug. Mia snuggled into his chest, still holding Teddy. Thank you, he whispered. For what? For believing in me, for seeing things I didn't see in myself. That's what family is for, to see the best in us, even when we can't see it ourselves. They stayed like that for a few minutes, in silence. Adam felt something shift inside his chest, as if something that had been stuck for years had finally come loose. Adam? Can I tell you a secret? You can. When you showed up at the airport, I was scared. Scared of what? Because I didn't know if you would like me, if you would want to take care of me. And now? Now I know you like me. And that you'll take care of me forever. How do you know? Because you cry when you get emotional. People with hearts of stone don't cry. Adam laughed through his tears. You're right. Can I tell you another secret? You can. I like you a lot, Adam. Not just because you're my dad, but because you're you. Adam's heart, the very one Olivia had called stone years ago, filled with a love he had never experienced, an unconditional, pure love that didn't depend on performance or results. I like you a lot too, Mia. More than I knew it was possible to like someone. Can you finish reading the story about the bear now? Of course. Adam opened the book again, but this time his voice was different, softer, more affectionate. The character voices came out more naturally, as if he had finally found his rhythm. And so the bear discovered that the most beautiful stars were not the ones he collected, but the ones that shone in the eyes of those he loved, Adam finished. Just like you, Mia said, sleepy. You have stars in your eyes now. Adam tucked the blanket around her and gave her a kiss on her small forehead. Sleep well, my little star. Sleep well, Daddy. It was the first time she had called him Daddy, and Adam knew that his heart, the one that was once made of stone, would never be the same again. Adam woke up at 5 in the morning, even without an alarm. The day of the surgery had arrived. Throughout the week, he had tried to maintain a sense of normalcy for Mia, reading stories, watching cartoons, making crooked braids in her hair. But inside, a constant anxiety consumed him. Olivia would be on the operating table in a few hours. He went to Mia's room and found her awake, sitting on the bed, hugging Teddy. Good morning, he said softly. Good morning, Adam. Today is Mommy's day, isn't it? It is. How are you feeling? My stomach feels funny. Adam sat on the edge of the bed. My stomach feels funny too. Really? Really? It's normal to be nervous when someone we love is about to go through something important. Mia moved closer to him. But she's going to be okay, right? She's going to be okay. The doctors are very good, and your mom is very strong. Can I bring the drawing I made for her? Of course you can. Mia got out of bed and picked up a new drawing she had made the day before. It was different from the others. It showed a woman lying in a hospital bed, but surrounded by colorful rainbows and golden stars. In the corner, she had written in crooked letters, "For the bravest mommy in the world." It's beautiful, Adam said. I hope she likes it. She's going to love it. At the hospital, they found Olivia in the pre-op room. She was wearing a hospital gown but had tried to fix her hair. When she saw Mia come in, she forced a radiant smile. Hi, my love. Mia ran to the bed and threw herself into her mother's arms. Mommy, I brought a new drawing for you. How beautiful. Olivia held the paper carefully. Rainbows and stars. It's the most beautiful one you've ever made. It's to bring you luck in the surgery. Then it's going to go very well, because this drawing is magical. Adam watched the interaction between them, his heart aching. Olivia was clearly nervous. He could see it in the way her hands trembled slightly, in the forced way she smiled. But for Mia, she was pure calm. Adam, Olivia called, can you come here? He approached the bed. Olivia took his hand, the same one holding Mia's. Thank you for everything. You don't have to thank me. Yes, I do. You became exactly the father she needed. In 1 week, you did what I always dreamed would happen. Adam felt his throat tighten. At Olivia, if anything happens to me, I can go in peace, because you became the father she needed. Nothing is going to happen. But if it does, it won't. Adam squeezed her hand. And now it's my turn to take care of you both. Forever. Olivia looked at him with tears in her eyes. I love you, Adam. I never stopped loving you. I love you too. The nurse entered the room. Mrs. Brooks, it's time. The moment Adam had been dreading had arrived. Mia clung to her mother. I don't want you to go. I know, sweetie, but it's just for a little while. When I come back, I'll be much better. Promise? I promise. And you'll stay with Adam, who will take very good care of you. But I want to stay with you too. Soon, we'll be together again. Can you trust Mommy? Mia nodded, though tears were in her eyes. "I love you, Mommy. I love you more, my little star." They followed the gurney to the doors of the surgical center. There, they had to stop. Olivia waved to them until she disappeared behind the double doors. Mia started to cry. Adam picked her up and carried her to the waiting room. It was an environment trying to be welcoming, comfortable armchairs, magazines, a TV playing morning shows. But nothing could hide the tension of families waiting for news. "How long will it take?" Mia asked, still in his arms. "A few hours. It's a major surgery, but the doctors need time to do everything right. Can I draw while we wait?" "Of course." Adam had brought Mia's drawing pad and markers. They settled into an armchair, she on his lap, drawing to pass the time. But after an hour, Mia stopped drawing and fell quiet. "What are you thinking about?" Adam asked. "Now what if Mommy doesn't come back?" The question he had dreaded hearing. She will come back. But what if she doesn't? What if she goes away like Sarah's dad from school? Adam knew she was talking about a child who had lost a parent. He held Mia tighter. "Your mom is coming back, Mia. She's going to be okay. I promise." "How do you know?" "Because your mom is the strongest person I know, and because she loves you too much to leave." "What if she forgets about us?" "Mia, look at me." Adam turned her small face toward his. "Your mother will never, ever forget you. You are the most important thing in her life. And you? And from now on, I will take care of both of you. Always, no matter what happens. Even if Mommy gets sick again. Even if she gets sick again. And you won't leave. I won't leave, ever." Mia snuggled closer into his chest. "I'm scared. I know, I'm scared too. But we're going to get through this together. Can you tell me a story?" "Without a book. Without a book." "Make one up like I do." Adam took a deep breath. He had never made up a story in his life, but if Mia needed it, he would try. Once upon a time, there was a very brave princess who lived in a kingdom where it always rained. Did she like the rain? Not at first. She wanted the sun to shine. But one day she discovered that the rain was magical. How was it magical? Every time it rained, new flowers grew in the kingdom, and these flowers had the power to heal any sadness. Mia listened, interested in the story. So when the people of the kingdom were sad, the princess would pick the rain flowers and make a special tea. And everyone would be happy again. And the princess discovered that taking care of others was what made her happiest in the whole world, just like Mommy. Just like Mommy. And just like you now. Mia's observation caught him off guard. It was true. Taking care of her, taking care of Olivia, had become his absolute priority. I just like me now. The hours passed slowly. Mia Drucart slept a little, woke up startled, ate a sandwich Adam bought from the hospital cafeteria. With every hour that passed without news, the anxiety grew. In the middle of the afternoon, Mia was tired and emotional. Why is it taking so long? Because the doctors are doing a very good job. They want to make sure your mum is perfect. She's already perfect. That's true. She is already perfect. Mia snuggled into Adam's lap again. The natural movement of the hospital continued around them. Nurses passing by, doctors being paged, other families waiting for news. Adam. If something happens to Mommy, will you still want me? The question broke his heart. Mia, you are my daughter. No matter what happens, I will always want you. Always. Even if I get really sad. Especially if you get really sad. That's when you'll need me the most. And if I cry a lot, then I'll hug you until you stop crying. And then I'll hug you some more. Mia smiled through the tears that were starting to appear. You promise? I promise. She settled better into his chest, holding Teddy with one hand and the drawing she had made for Olivia with the other. I'm tired, she whispered. Then sleep for a little while. I'll stay here and watch over you. You won't leave? I won't leave. In a few minutes, Mia was asleep in his arms. Adam stayed still, not wanting to wake her. She seemed so small there, so fragile. A little girl who in 1 week had lost her routine, seen her mother hospitalized, and was now awaiting the outcome of a surgery that would determine the future for all three of them. Adam looked around the waiting room. Other families were going through the same anguish, each carrying their own hopes and fears. He had never been on the emotional side of medicine before. He was always on the side that paid the bills, that handled the practical issues. Now he was just a man in love with a woman and her daughter, hoping the doctors would work miracles. He remembered the drawing Mia had made on the first day, the three figures holding hands. He took the paper from his jacket pocket and looked at it. The colors had faded a bit after being folded and unfolded so many times, but the message was still clear. Family. A family he didn't even know he wanted, but now couldn't imagine losing. Silent tears began to stream down his face. Tears of fear, of hope, of love. Tears of someone who finally understood what truly mattered in life. "Please," he whispered, looking at the drawing, "let me do this right." It was a prayer, a promise, a plea to the universe for a chance to be the man Olivia and Mia deserved. Mia stirred a little in his lap, murmuring something in her sleep. Adam adjusted his arms around her, protectively. "I'll take care of you," he whispered. "No matter what happens, I'll take care of you." And for the first time in his life, Adam Cole understood the true meaning of the word family. It wasn't blood, it wasn't obligation, it wasn't social convention. It was a choice, it was love, it was a promise. It was being willing to wait for hours in a hospital waiting room, holding a sleeping child in your arms, praying that the woman you love would come out of surgery whole. It was discovering that your heart, which was once made of stone, was now capable of loving in a way you never knew existed. And Adam knew that, regardless of what happened in the next few hours, he would never be the same man who had cancelled a meeting at the airport a week ago. He had become a father, and a father is forever. Adam had been in the hospital waiting room for 6 hours. Mia was asleep in his lap, exhausted from the day's tension. Olivia's surgery was still in progress. The doctor had said it could last between 8 and 10 hours, depending on any complications. That's when he heard firm, decisive footsteps in the hallway. He recognized the sound before he even saw its owner. Richard Cole entered the room like a contained storm. Impeccable suit, severe expression, the posture of someone accustomed to commanding boardrooms and bending wills. At 65, he was still an intimidating presence. "Adam." "Dad," Adam whispered, trying not to wake Mia. Richard observed the sleeping girl in his son's arms with an expression that mixed curiosity and disapproval. "So it's true. You have a daughter." "Yes, I do. And because of that, you decided to abandon everything we've built." Adam adjusted Mia more comfortably in his lap, covering her with his jacket. "Sarah told me you cancelled Chicago, then Frankfurt. Now I hear you're thinking of leaving the company entirely." "I'm not thinking about it. I'm leaving for a child you barely know and a woman who left you 7 years ago." The coldness with which Richard spoke of Olivia and Mia made Adam feel an anger he hadn't experienced in a long time. "Be careful what you say about them. Adam, be realistic. You've built an empire. The company is worth 50 million. You have responsibilities, commitments to investors. I have other responsibilities now. A child. Adam, you can afford any nanny, any private school. You don't have to throw your career away." Adam looked at Mia, sleeping peacefully in his arms. Even in her sleep, she was clutching the drawing she had made for Olivia. "It's not about money, Dad." "Then what is it about?" "It's about being present. It's about being a real father." Richard sat in the armchair next to him, lowering his voice when he noticed the girl was asleep. "I was your father, and I never had to abandon my business for it." "Exactly. And look how well that turned out." The sarcasm in Adam's voice caught Richard off guard. "What do you mean by that?" "Dad, when was the last time we had a conversation that wasn't about work? When was the last time you asked me how I was really doing? We always talk about contracts, about profits, about expansion, but never about life. Never about what made me happy or sad." Richard shifted in his chair, clearly uncomfortable with the direction of the conversation. "Business was always our common language. It was your language. I just learned to speak it because it was the only way to get your attention. Adam, you had everything a child could want. Education, opportunities, the best of everything. I had everything except a present father." The words hung in the air between them. Richard opened his mouth to respond, but Adam continued, still in a low voice so as not to wake Mia. "Do you know how many stories you read to me when I was little? 0. How many soccer games did you watch? None. How many nights did you come home in time to say goodnight to me? I can count them on one hand. I was building something for you, for your future. You were building something for yourself, and you expected me to be grateful for inheriting your loneliness." Richard fell silent, watching his granddaughter sleep in his son's arms. "She's small," he murmured. 6 years old, and for the past few months, she's been taking care of her sick mother by herself. She knows how to make sandwiches, get medicine from the pharmacy, give an address to a taxi driver. And you think you can change that? I know I can. I'm already changing it. Adam gently stroked Mia's blonde hair. "Dad, in 1 week with this little girl, I've learned more about love than in 35 years of life. She's taught me that being present is worth more than any professional success." "Adam, you're going through an emotional time. The woman you loved is in surgery. You've just discovered you have a daughter. It's normal to be confused." "I'm not confused. I'm seeing clearly for the first time in my life." Richard leaned forward. "And the company, everything we built together? I'll sign my share over to you, or sell it, or split it with the partners. I don't care anymore." "You don't care? Adam, it's your legacy." "My legacy is right here in my lap. And it's in that operating room." Mia stirred a little, murmuring something in her sleep. Adam soothed her with quiet whispers until she relaxed completely again. Richard watched the interaction, something shifting in his expression. "You're going to give it all up for this?" The question was loaded with disbelief and disappointment. Adam looked at his father, the man who had always been his model of success. "Dad, I'm not giving everything up. I'm giving up everything that kept me from who I am, and I'm keeping what's worthwhile. A child is worth more than an empire. This child is worth more than anything I've ever built or will ever build in my life. And what if it doesn't work out? What if you regret it? Then at least I'll regret something I did for love, and not out of fear of disappointing you." The words hit Richard like a punch. He was silent for a long moment. "You've really changed." "I have. And for the first time, I like who I'm becoming. Because of her. Because of both of them. Olivia and Mia showed me there's life beyond business. That there's love beyond success." Richard looked at Mia again. "She looks like you when you were little." "She does. Same eyes, same stubbornness. You used to sleep in all sorts of positions when you were a baby too." Adam smiled. "She's better than me, braver, purer." "How do you know?" "Because in 1 week, she taught me what a real family is. She taught me that love isn't bought, it's built. Day after day, moment by moment." Richard grew thoughtful. "Adam, what if the surgery doesn't go well? Then I'll take care of Mia, alone, if I have to, but I'll do it right." "Are you sure you know how?" "I don't, but I'll learn, just like I'm learning now. And me. Am I going to lose my son?" The question came out more vulnerable than Richard intended. Adam looked at him in surprise. "Dad, you never really had your son. You had an employee who lived in your house." Richard lowered his head. Maybe I didn't know how to be any different. It's not too late to learn. Just like it wasn't too late for me. And her." Richard gestured discreetly toward Mia. "Would she accept a grandfather who doesn't know how to be a grandfather?" She accepted a father who didn't know how to be a father. Richard smiled for the first time since he had arrived. She must be very special. She's the most incredible person I've ever met. And she doesn't even know it. Just then, a doctor entered the waiting room. Adam recognized Dr. Martinez, the lead surgeon. "Mr. Cole?" Adam gently woke Mia. "Mommy?" she asked immediately, still sleepy. "The doctor is here with news." "The surgery went very well," Dr. Martinez said with a tired smile. "We were able to remove the entire tumor." Olivia is stable and will make a full recovery. Adam felt the tears come without permission. Mia squealed with joy and threw herself into his arms. I told you she would be okay. I told you. You certainly did. Adam laughed through his tears. Richard watched the scene, seeing his son cry with relief and joy, holding his granddaughter who was vibrating with happiness. And for the first time in his life, Richard Cole understood that maybe there were things more important than business. Adam? What is it, Dad? You made the right choice. Adam looked at his father, then at Mia, who couldn't stop smiling. I know. For the first time in my life, I know I made the right choice. And there, in that hospital room, Adam Cole finally learned the difference between being successful and being happy. He chose to be happy. He chose to be present. He chose to love. And for the first time, he chose to stay 3 days after the surgery. Doctor. Martinez entered Olivia's room with an expression Adam had learned to recognize as good news. Mia was sitting on the edge of the bed, showing her mother the new drawings she had made. Mrs. Brooks, Mr. Cole, I have the results of the post-operative tests. Adam's heart raced. Olivia instinctively held Mia's hand. The surgery was a complete success. We were able to remove the entire tumor, and the tests show clean margins. The doctor smiled. Olivia is cured. The silence that followed was thick with emotion. Olivia covered her face with her hands and began to cry. Mia looked from her mother to the doctor, trying to process the information. Cured means Mommy won't be sick anymore, she asked. It means she's going to be fine, completely fine, Dr. Martinez replied. Forever. We will monitor with regular checkups, but yes, forever. Mia shouted with joy and threw herself into Olivia's arms, who was still crying. Adam stood still, absorbing the news. Cured. Olivia was cured. Thank you, he said to the doctor, his voice thick with emotion. Thank you for everything. It was a pleasure taking care of your family. Family. The word echoed in Adam's mind. After the doctor left, Adam watched Olivia and Mia hug, laughing and crying at the same time. A week ago, he didn't even know they existed. Now seeing them happy was all that mattered. Adam, Olivia called. Come here. He approached the bed and Olivia took his hand. Thank you for everything you've done, for taking care of Mia, for paying for the hospital, for being here. You don't have to thank me. Yes, I do. You became the man I always dreamed you would be. Adam squeezed her hand. Olivia, there's something I need to take care of. Can I take Mia with me for a few hours? Of course. What are you going to do? Take care of some details. An hour later, Adam was standing in front of the building where Olivia and Mia lived. Mia held his hand, excited to show him her apartment. This is where I live with Mommy, she said, pulling him toward the entrance. The building was in worse shape than Adam remembered. Peeling paint, some burnt-out light bulbs in the hallway, the elevator with an out-of-order sign. They climbed the stairs to the 3rd floor. Mia took the key from the string around her neck and opened door 3B. Want to see my room? She asked, running inside. Adam entered slowly. The apartment seemed even smaller now. 2 tiny bedrooms, a living room that was also a kitchen, a small bathroom. But it was arranged with care, colorful cushions on the couch, plants in the window, Mia's drawings everywhere. Look, my bed. Mia showed him a room with a twin bed, a small dresser, and dozens of drawings taped to the wall. It's lovely, Mia. You and your mum made a very cozy home here. While Mia played in her room, Adam looked around the living room. That's when he saw the small table near the window, covered in papers. He walked over and found piles of overdue bills, an electricity bill with a shut-off notice, a past-due water bill, a furniture financing plan with 3 missed payments, a maxed-out credit card, pharmacy receipts totaling hundreds of dollars. Adam picked up each paper, analyzing them. Olivia owed almost $3,000 just in basic bills. There were also collection letters, credit warnings, a letter from the landlord threatening eviction for late rent. She had hidden all of this. Even while sick, even while unable to work properly, she had tried to maintain a normal life for Mia. Adam, come see my books, Mia called from the room. I'll be right there. He put all the bills into the leather briefcase he was carrying. In Mia's room, she showed him a small bookshelf with a few used books. Mommy always bought them at the used bookstore. She said used books have more stories than new ones. Your mum is very wise. And look here. Mia opened a small closet. My clothes. Mommy would sew them when they ripped. Adam saw the clothes neatly arranged. Few items, but all clean and well cared for. Some were clearly too small, others too big, probably bought second-hand when possible. Mia, how about we do some shopping today? What kind of shopping? New clothes for you and toys and anything you want. Really? Really, but first I need to take care of a few things. Can you wait here for a little bit? Can I come with you? It's boring adult stuff. It's better if you stay here and choose which toys you want me to buy. Mia's eyes lit up. Can I choose anyone? Anyone? Adam left the apartment and spent the next 2 hours taking care of everything. He paid all the overdue bills, settled the furniture financing, cleared the credit card debt. He paid 3 months of rent in advance. He called the power and water companies to ensure there would be no more shutoffs. When he returned, he found Mia with a list scribbled in her drawing pad. I made a list of the toys I want. Show me. The list had 5 items: talking doll, princess Legos, new books, markers that don't run out, and a dollhouse like on TV. That's a very good list, Adam said. I will buy everything. 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 They returned to the hospital late that afternoon, Adam carrying several bags and Mia beaming with her new purchases. Mommy, look what Adam bought for me. Olivia smiled, seeing her daughter's joy, but Adam saw a shadow of worry in her eyes. Mia, why don't you go show your new toys to the nurse? I'm sure she'd love to see them. Can I? Of course. When they were alone, Olivia looked at Adam. Adam, you don't have to buy her love. She already loves you. It's not about that, Olivia. Then what is it about? Adam pulled a chair and sat beside the bed. I went to your apartment today. And I saw the bills. All of them. Olivia looked away, ashamed. Adam, you owed almost $3,000. You had an eviction notice, a threat to cut off the power. I was going to figure it out, I always did. Olivia, you were sick. Mia was taking care of you. How were you going to figure it out? She began to cry silently. I didn't want you to know. I didn't want you to think I only came to you for money. Adam took her hand. I've already taken care of everything. I paid off all the debts, paid the rent in advance. You don't owe anyone anything anymore. Adam, I can't accept. It's already done. He squeezed her hand. But now I want to talk about the future. What future? Ours. Yours, mine, and Mia's. Olivia looked at him intently. Olivia, I spent a week taking care of our daughter, and I fell in love with her in a way I never knew was possible, and I fell in love with you all over again too. Adam, let me finish. I want to take care of you both completely, not just financially. I want to be present. I want to wake up in the morning and see you both. I want to read stories to Mia every night. I want to take care of you when you're tired. Tears streamed down Olivia's face. I want to build a family with you, a real one. Olivia was silent for a long moment, processing his words. Adam, 7 years ago you weren't ready for this. 7 years ago I was a different person, a person who didn't know what really mattered. And now you know. Now I know. You two are all that matters. Olivia smiled through her tears. You really have changed. I have, and I want to keep changing. I want to be the man you both deserve. What if it doesn't work out? What if we find out we're too different? Then we'll try again and again until it does. Olivia looked at him with a calm smile, the first truly relaxed smile Adam had seen on her since they reunited. We can try with love, and slowly, Adam kissed her hand, with lots of love, and at whatever pace you want. Just then, Mia came running back into the room. Mommy, the nurse said you can go home tomorrow. That's wonderful, sweetie. And is Adam going to stay with us? Olivia looked at Adam, then at her daughter. Yes, Adam is going to stay with us. And for the first time since it all began, Adam Cole felt truly at home. 2 weeks after Olivia left the hospital, Adam was at the county clerk's office with Mia by his side. The paternity acknowledgement papers spread on the table before them. "Mr. Cole, I just need your signature right here," said the clerk, pointing to a line on the official document. Adam signed his name carefully, knowing that this signature would officially change everything. Mia watched, serious, as if she understood the importance of the moment. "There," the clerk said with a smile. "Mia Brooks is now officially Mia Cole. Congratulations, you two." Mia looked up at Adam with those enormous blue eyes. "Is it forever now?" Adam knelt to her level and held her small hands. "Forever, my love. You are my daughter forever. Even if I do something wrong, especially if you do something wrong, a dad is forever." Mia smiled and threw herself into his arms. Adam hugged her tightly, feeling the weight and joy of that moment. He was now officially a father forever. On the way home, Mia couldn't stop talking. "John, is my name the same as yours now?" "It's the same as mine. And at school, will they know you're my dad?" "They will. Speaking of school, how about we go tomorrow and pick out your new backpack?" "A new backpack? But I have one." Adam remembered the old torn backpack he had seen in their small apartment. "You deserve a new backpack. And a new uniform too." "Really? Can I pick the color?" "You can pick everything." The next morning, they went to the school supply store. Mia was dazzled by so many options. Colorful backpacks, pencil cases with compartments, pencils that glowed in the dark. "Can I get this one?" she asked, pointing to a pink backpack with golden star designs. "Of course you can. We'll get everything you need." They bought a backpack, a complete pencil case, new notebooks, a school uniform, shoes. Adam watched Mia's genuine joy with each new item, remembering how she used to be content with so little. "Adam? Yes? Will the other kids believe you're my real dad?" "Why wouldn't they?" "Because you're handsome and rich, and I'm just me." The sentence broke Adam's heart. He stopped in the middle of the store and knelt in front of her. "Mia, listen to me. You are not just you. You are smart, brave, caring, funny. You are the most incredible girl I know. I am. You are. And any father in the world would be lucky to have a daughter like you. Really, really. I'm the lucky one that you agreed to be my daughter." Mia smiled and hugged his neck right there, in the middle of the store. At home, Olivia was on the balcony tending to the plants Adam had bought for her, small pots of herbs and flowers she said she had always wanted. "How was the shopping trip?" she asked when she saw them arrive. "Mummy, look at my new backpack." Mia ran to show her everything. Olivia smiled, and Adam noticed how different she looked. She had gained weight. The rosy color had returned to her cheeks. Her eyes were shining again. Her recovery was going better than anyone had expected. "It's beautiful, sweetie. You're going back to school tomorrow. And I'm going to tell everyone that Adam is my dad now. My real dad." Olivia looked at Adam over Mia's head, and they exchanged a meaningful smile. The next morning, Adam woke up early to make breakfast, something that had become a sacred ritual. Olivia came down in her nightgown and robe, still looking sleepy. "Good morning," she said, kissing his cheek as he scrambled eggs. "Good morning. Sleep well." "Better than I have in months." Mia appeared already in her uniform, backpack on, beaming. "I'm ready for school." "Let's have breakfast first," Adam said, setting plates on the table. They sat down together, Adam, Olivia, and Mia, around the small kitchen table. It was a simple breakfast. Scrambled eggs, toast, orange juice, but to Adam it was perfect. "What's your favorite subject in school?" he asked. "Art and English." "I love when the teacher reads stories to us." "Just like your dad," Olivia said with a smile. "He's become an expert at reading stories." "It's true. He makes the funniest voices in the world." Adam laughed, remembering how ridiculous he had felt at the beginning. "I still think my voices are terrible." "They're funny." "And funny is better than perfect," Mia said, repeating the phrase that had become their motto. After dropping Mia off at school, where she practically floated to the entrance, proud of her new backpack, Adam and Olivia drove home together. "How are you feeling?" he asked as he drove. "Good, really good." She looked out the window. "Sometimes I still can't believe all of this is real." What do you mean? You being here, Mia being happy, me being cured. It seems too much like a dream to be true. Adam stopped at a red light and looked at her. It is true, and it's going to stay true. Are you sure? Absolutely. The days found a natural rhythm. Adam completely reorganized his schedule. He now worked from home most days, only going out for essential meetings, and was always back before Mia got home from school. Olivia started writing again, the children's stories she had always wanted to create, and Adam discovered she had a real talent for it. Mia blossomed at school. She made new friends, got excellent grades, and went back to being the child she should have always been. The evenings were Adam's favorite time. After dinner, they would gather in the living room. Mia would do her homework while Adam helped and Olivia made tea. Then a story before bed. Daddy, can you read the one about the brave princess tonight? Daddy. The word still made Adam's heart skip a beat every time. Of course, my love. 3 months later, on a particularly quiet Saturday morning, Adam woke to the smell of coffee and laughter coming from the kitchen. He went downstairs and found Mia and Olivia making pancakes, both with flour on their faces. Good morning, sleepyhead, Olivia said. Daddy? We're making star-shaped pancakes. Stars? It was Mia's idea, Olivia explained. She said our family is made of stars. Adam hugged them both, one on each side. Our family really is made of stars. After breakfast, Adam went out to the grocery store. Another activity he discovered he loved, buying fresh fruit, warm bread, Mia's favorite cereal. When he got back, he found Mia at the living room table finishing her math homework, her tongue sticking out the corner of her mouth as it always did when she was concentrating. Did you finish everything? I did. Want to see? Adam checked her exercises, impressed by the girl's intelligence. Congratulations, it's all correct. Can I play now? Of course. On the balcony, Olivia was watering her plants. The small garden she had created was beautiful. Basil, rosemary, colorful petunias. Need any help? No, thank you. I like doing this myself. It's relaxing. Adam watched her lovingly tend to the plants. Olivia was completely recovered, shiny hair, rosy skin, her energy back. Olivia? You're beautiful. She smiled without taking her eyes off the flowers. You too. They had lunch together on the balcony. Salad Olivia made with herbs from her own garden. Bread Adam brought from the artisanal bakery. Fresh fruit. Daddy, after lunch can you read me a story? Of course. Which one do you want? The one about the bear who collects stars. It's my favorite. After lunch, Mia settled on the living room couch with Teddy in her lap. Adam sat beside her, book in hand, was ready. Ready. Adam began to read, making the voices that Mia loved so much. In the middle of the story, he noticed that Olivia had come over and was leaning against the doorframe, watching them with a peaceful smile. And so the bear discovered that the most beautiful stars weren't in the sky, but in the smiles of those he loved. Adam finished. Mia sighed, satisfied. Will this story have more chapters? Adam looked at her, then at Olivia, who came over and sat on the other side of Mia on the couch. It will have many chapters, he replied, and we're going to write them all together. All of us together. All of us. You, me, and Mommy. Forever. Forever. Mia smiled and snuggled between them, Teddy still in her lap. Olivia reached her hand over Mia's head and touched Adam's. They looked at each other, and in their gaze was everything: forgiveness, love, gratitude, the promise of a future. You came back, she said softly. I'm never leaving again, he replied. Outside, the afternoon sun cast a soft golden glow into the room. Mia dozed between them, safe and loved. Olivia ran her fingers through her daughter's blonde hair. Adam held Olivia's free hand. If someone were to look from the outside, they would see a simple scene. A family on a couch on a Saturday afternoon. Nothing extraordinary. Nothing that would draw attention. But for those who looked closely, they would see something rare and precious. A real family, imperfect, but complete. Built not just on blood, but on choice. Not just with love, but with presence, not just on promises, but on daily life. Adam Cole, the man who once had a heart of stone, now knew that life wasn't in the million-dollar contracts or the efficiency awards. Life was right here, in this sunlit room, between a sleeping girl with a teddy bear in her lap and a woman who had learned to trust in love again. Life was in the simplicity of being present, and for the first time, Adam was exactly where he was always meant to be. If this story touched your heart, subscribe to